And welcome back to the HCS Pro League Fall Season, Week 5, Day number 1. Before we jump into our final match of the night, including our match of the week, I just want to take a quick second to highlight some of the new Team Envyus skins as they get ready to play here that have now been released by 343. So you'll be able to pick up those skins. You can see the Envyus logo there on the AR, on the pistol. Pistol especially looks pretty neat and crisp right there. So if you do want to support your favorite teams, keep in mind that a percentage of those proceeds do go to support your favorite players on the team. Now, like we said, our match of the night is going to be Team Liquid battling Team Envyus here in a rematch of Week 1 where Team Liquid was able to come out and 3-0 defeat Team Envyus.
Yeah, if you're wondering the scores from that previous matchup, it was Week 1, Day 1. Rick Strongholds 100-46, obviously for Team Liquid since it was a 3-0. 50-47 on Eden Slayer, and then it was a 3-2 after a replay there in Stasis CTF. So I'm not expecting a 3-0 here for either team. Definitely going to be a bloodbath there. And taking a look at the Team Liquid roster, Spartan Rain commonly and Penguin. These guys have what it takes to play at the highest possible level. The question is, as always, which Team Liquid is going to show up? They've been a lot more consistent than they were in the previous season. Obviously, they were on relegations last time, finishing in 7th place. But once they did make their way into the relegations, we saw a completely new Team Liquid, an energized Team Liquid. And then you still have Spartan on this squad as well. So expecting big things for these guys and expecting a really intense series. Will we see as a back and forth series as we did previously between Allegiance and EG? I'm not sure if we're ever going to see a back and forth match like that before. I mean, just the teams were so evenly matched it could have went either way. Hopefully it's just as competitive here, but Mikwin with the beanie, signature beanie over there, everyone looking solid over here. And look at the amount of hair between Mikwin and Pistola combined. That is a lot. That's a lot of years in dedication.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this Envious squad here that has, been so much talk around this team here since it formed, since Mikwin's dad came out on the forums and told everyone that it was going to be a team before it was a team there. But essentially, like this squad, we said it time and time again, was created to defeat Optic Gaming, and they are currently in the #1 spot with their only loss coming from this Team Liquid lineup here. So will they be able to come out and do it again? That's what we're going to find out. Keep in mind, this is Spartan's the highest he's ever been ranked in his career right now on this lineup. And then, of course, Rain and Penguin coming back together from Halo World Championships where they finished top 4, and then just what they were able to do in the beginning of the season. So it's really hit or miss. They are able to 3-0 Team Envyus, and this is the same lineup. We talked to them last week that lost to the makeshift LOL squad that went to Esports Arena and compete, and they choked in a Game 5 up 43-36. I still remember watching it live because I thought there is no possible way that LOL is going to win this series, and they come back and get 8, 9, 10 kills straight.
Well, here's the thing. If you remember when we talked to Spartan after that, he said how they've took that tournament and fixed their communication. That was the reason they feel they lost that series. So glad to see when they go and have a LAN environment like that, they can go and fix certain problems that they have, especially something as big as communications. So are they going to be able to communicate against Envy, a caliber of team where when the pressure's on and when the baiting and switching is real, it's so hard to pinpoint exactly where those players are.
All right, so we've got our very first game here for the match of the week, CTF on Truth. First 3 captures to win. We've seen just how effective that Team Liquid can be on this game type because of that aggression, especially that comes out of commonly. So I'm looking to start this off with Hammy here, see what he's going to be doing. He's one of the most aggressive players in the league. We talked to him last week about the difficulty in finding when to be aggressive, when to play passive, and we'll see what commonly decides to do here.
Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised if this game lasted longer than 7 or 8 minutes because of how fast-paced both of these teams play. And you'll see sometimes in scrims, CTF Truth just 3 or 4 minutes and it's done. Same with Coliseum as well. So it's interesting to see that epic match when EG and Allegiance played, to see it go to a replay there. But I'm not expecting anything like that here.
Oh, great job by Commonly buying some time, waiting for some help from his teammates before pushing into the players here over in Bubble. He's got the sword, puts it away, goes for a melee, give the kill to Spartan. That's an interesting one. He will pull the sword back out though. He wants to play aggressive here. He's getting some callouts, knows there's a player or a teammate there, pink side, and immediately gets that out as Spartan then grabs a double kill here in the base. He's going to be killed by Hook Skywalker there, as you can see in that kill feed, but already less than a minute into the game, and we got a flag cap.
Love watching Commonly play, just such a weird play style. He's just like, all right, whatever. No one's going to try to stop me. I'm just going to try to run the flag. You know, I won't even look at you either. You can just assassinate me.
I won't even use this sword.
I'm running right by you and just going to your flag either way the entire game. So.
I don't like to melee people with the sword or kill people with it. I just like to run by them and use the speed boost here.
No, I like to weaken my prey and then do a couple circles around it, watch you squirm, and then come in and finish the kill. But either way, it looks like this flag going to go right back in, and it's going to be 1-1. Like I said, Kyle, I'll be very shocked if this game went past 7 minutes because, again, they're just going to be counter-capping, just complete control, complete ruthlessness in terms of running the objective. Both of these teams know how to play CTF.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams have said that they feel more confident in objective game types than they do in Slayer game types, and that's because of their objective execution there. We've seen both of these teams be able to just run flags so quickly, and the rest of the teammates are always setting up properly where they're not really giving up a lot of free captures that we see like from some of these other teams even today here. Both these teams, when they get a flag cap, when they get several members of the opposing team dead, they will put points on the board.
So here we have the Wizard doing some things over towards top car to stay alive, but not able to do so. So let's see what's going to happen with Commonly's point of view. Big time here as you have the camouflage dropping. Now those grenades aren't going to connect, so Hook's going to stay alive. And I think that Mikwin's going to be rotating over there towards that camo. Commonly caught out of position there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pushing out bottom center there, especially when the camo's up. So now you have really big map advantage going in over to Envy. Mikwin with Fuel Rod camo, all he needs is someone to go in there and pull that flag. You have so many people that are just trapped over here towards top car side, and look at him holding hands over there towards top car, making it easy for Mikwin to pick up that double kill.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely missed a fuel rod shots there, but he was able to go ahead and secure that double kill and stay alive with the camo here. It's a big play by him. He's trying to kill his get this kill on Penguin, but probably should have shot more than one fuel rod shot there. What is happening? Like, this is some of the worst fuel rods I've seen in a long time.
Oh man, Mikwin's screen
this is just
a little crazy.
Sloppy as heck over here now.
A little crazy over there, but either way, that's going to be a flag cap for Envy. They're up 2-1 in this game and got to be feeling good so far. And especially since they got 3-0'd. I mean, coming out here winning the first game is going to be a pretty big statement and say a lot about these guys, how it's completely, not a fluke that Team Liquid won, but I would like to say that it was a little bit of jitters for Team Envy, where they had so much pressure on them to be the team to beat Optic Gaming that they come in there and may have looked over Team Liquid, and Team Liquid punished them for that. But that's because Team Liquid, very solid team in their own right. It's just a matter, again, Kyle, talk about which team is going to be the team to show up, because they have the capability of 3-0ing a team like Envy, and then they have the capability of losing, a best of 5 against the Team Money Matches team. So it's just a matter of inconsistency for these guys.
All right, now you got Ola pushing up here towards Carbine side. He does know that there's a player hiding over in Red Bubble. Commonly going to go ahead and ignore that player, immediately push through into the base. Now Mikwin will clean him up with a Carbine shot. So Pistola now in good position to block spawns, put some damage down, but it's only really going to matter if he's able to get somebody else in the flag or in the base to pull the flag.
Yeah, Pistola trying to get in there, but a couple slays going on over to Team Liquid. The question is can they get top center and ping control to start putting pressure on the side of Envy, because Envy's had these guys on the back foot so far. And with that camo being up, I'm not sure who was able to grab that one, but we did see Mikwin pick it up last time, so you'd have to assume that Envy and the Alumni team had that one. I think that Pistola may have been the person to burn that right there. Commonly has to win this battle, and he does for the triple kill. Now everyone's going to be spawning over there in the bubble for Team Envy, and it makes it hard to push in and get that pull. So he elects to go under the base with that one, but it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see him sit further back the base. He knew after he got that triple kill that if you're not grabbing the flag right away with no shields and you're waiting for your shields to recharge, then the opposing team is going to be spawning at that point. And if you're not pulled the flag yet, they're going to double back to try to contest you. And he was just a little bit too slow, and that's not something we say very often about Commonly.
Weird to see this game slow down. As I was saying, I didn't think it would last 7 minutes. We're going to probably hit that mark here in about a minute and a half, and I don't think this game is going to end quite yet unless Envy's able to slowly push into the space. I'd like to see Mikwin just lock down this bubble spawn, though, because if he gives it up, yeah, he ends up going in there and getting a trade. I think he could have just locked that down a little bit longer. Envy could have pushed in from the pink side and possibly ran that one car, or if Mickwin would have stayed there for about 2 or 3 seconds, got some kills, and then pushed in after that, would have been a little bit better. But I think one of his teammates may have called out to charge in there the base. Again, we don't have the communication there. So let's see if Team Liquid's going to be able to do anything as you see Penguin trying to push in towards P2.
Yeah, 2 players here from Envyus in pink. You get Hoop, who is trying to contest Penguiner, but he's not going to be able to do so, and he will be able to secure that melee kill. Snipe down, jumping out of the base, gets a great splinter nade to actually secure the kill on Spartan, who was hiding top center. But now Penguin with this fuel ride and the flag's going out. Yeah, you're right, it is going out very quickly.
That's a commonly run if I've ever seen one.
And there it goes. It is a commonly run as he does get a stealth flag capture and then secures another kill, helping his teammates lock down the car side of the map. Spartan now grabs yet another kill. They do have Carbine locked down, although they did sacrifice pink side as Zane or Penguin there. You can see his red X. Just as we say that, Hook is moving up to take over control of this P side of the base. He's putting as many shots down as he can. Great splinter nade and commonly with a big 1v1 victory over Snipe Down while being at a disadvantage. Last 2 members of Team Envyus still trying to contest his base here, but commonly does not have Thrush yet. It doesn't matter as he's going to get help from Penguin, and they will go ahead and pick up that kill too.
Yeah, what's so surprising going back to that previous flag cap is I said it was a commonly run, but was expecting him to have a sword because how fast he was running that flag capture in. So he's been a huge difference maker so far in terms of the decision that he made to run that first flag out, where anyone else probably would have just stayed back and played a little bit conservative. And it takes, you know, a lot of effort to go in there and say, all right, guys, I'm just going to give up my life and trust you guys to go and get the slays that are needed for me to go and pull this one. But it looks like the final flag possibly being pulled for Team Envy. However, Ola needs to get that kill with the fuel rod because Commonly coming to shut that down. So Commonly does a nice job of killing the flag guy and also putting down some damage onto Hook, who is car 1. It looks like the rest of Team Liquid now rotating out and trying to get the return over here.
Yeah, Commonly might have very well just stopped that flag capture. Securing the kill on Pistola, you had the fuel ride just hiding car side of the base, not being able to secure any of those kills. Now Hook was trying to run that flag. He will be stopped here. Flag is still at home to score. Snipe Down trying to take it in. Great splinter nade as Spartan gets a kill and tosses the flag out.
Wow, this flag is out and it's going pretty quickly. You have Penguin running this in there. Is the question is are they getting the return? Look at they are, Kyle. I think that one did get put back. It did. There goes the ground pound. Does it go in? It does. Game number 1 going over to Team Liquid in surprising fashion.
Wow, and I know Team Envyus was not expecting that one. They were in such prime position to close that out with a victory, especially at the end of that game there. Spartan going absolutely huge to shut them down. Commonly taking a look at these stats here. 2 clutch flag captures that we saw from him, including 1 stealth capture. As far as kills go, pretty even across the board. Envyus side, though, 20 kills out of Snipe Down and only 6 from Pistola.
That was amazing to see. Snipe Down, talked to Alumni earlier again. He said statistically, yes, Snipe Down is amazing. He puts up huge stats every single game. No, I know that from teaming with him. Definitely his playstyle fits someone that is prone to get a lot of kills. Meanwhile, you have Commonly over here who's just ruthless in terms of getting the objective.
Prone to get a lot of flag caps.
Yeah, prone to get a lot of flag caps, and that's what it's all about, getting those kills. But going back to what I was just speaking about, how he said Pistola, Alumni said Pistola he thinks is the best player on Envy after watching everybody play. So rough game for Ola, looking for him to bounce back, but that was all Spartan at the very end, clutching it big time, getting that flagpole, picking up the melee, presence of mind to toss it out. Penguin already running it. They're securing the cap by laying down cover fire and getting the return at the same time. So all 4 players on Team Liquid doing their part.
Yeah, I mean, really impressive performance overall from Team Liquid, and they are picking up right where they left off at the end of week number 1. Those games weren't, you know, blowouts in week number 1. They were still relatively close games, you know, especially the capsule flag. You know, they only saw 1 of them. It was on Stasis when they played, but there was actually a replay there. You know, we showed a highlight earlier, Penguin actually getting that triple kill with Rocket OS to secure a flag return, pinpointing exactly how powerful and influential power weapons are on this map. Game number 2 is Slayer of the Rig. We got a 1-0 lead here for Liquid, who's looking to repeat their defeat or their victory over Envyus in that 3-0 sweep. So we'll start this one off here once players are loaded in the game here with Snipe Down, who had a big game number 1, and we'll see exactly where he's looking to push off the rip here. This is Slayer Rig, 50 kills to win, shotgun, camo, plasma caster, sniper rifle, lots of good stuff to get some action going here. And right off the start, you get a Halo CE grenade with an alley-oop medal over to one of his teammates who just picked up that plasma caster.
Yeah, shout out to Gordon Hayward. over there with the alley-oop medal. But speaking of that, that's going to be Snipe Down dropping and Team Liquid getting a couple of kills, and Spartan grabbing the sniper rifle for Team Liquid. And that's what you want after clutching it up in CTF Truth, getting the weapons right back in your hand. I would like to see him back off a little bit though, because we were talking about it before, Kyle, how yeah, it's nice that you do have Rain over there. You can see Tim over on the service tag, but you need more people that are pushed up. So would like to see someone get over into the white corner if possible. Not sure if anyone is able to, because you do have Rain over there. So commonly, if he can, needs to get over towards that white corner and add pressure over towards Snipe Down and Ola.
Oh, and lots of grenades here coming up from Envyus over to Engine 2, and Spartan rips Hook's face off in a last-ditch effort to stay alive, and it will work out in his favor. What an amazing shot, and good job escaping here, avoiding all of the additional damage and not even falling off the map. That's going to get rewarded with sniper rifle escape, and he's going to move that out over here towards barrels, and they're essentially flipping the spawns now.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Oh man, Spartan is not letting up. If he hits this shot, all right, he doesn't. So it's all good. His controller not rigged, guys, but Spartan is just playing fantastic Halo so far, and definitely the emotional leader of this team. And Team Liquid, we were wondering who's going to show up. It looks like the full Team Liquid showed up in full force. The question is Envy going to be able to respond? Is Envy's better than Liquid's better is the question.
And we'll find out shortly, as Snipe Down has his sniper rifle down by 4 kills, but it's rotating it out here towards Carbine side of the map, trying to get some angles. Now he's not looking at that player plasma caster that we can see. He will have some call-outs now. That weapon is up. Penguin will die to Hook, but that plasma caster was moved across the map essentially. And wow, what a great trade from Snipe Down as he picks up a headshot, as commonly gets a melee with that AR. Penguin coming off spawn here, gets a perfect kill there on Penguin, gets some more shots on Hoop. Spartan with the plasma caster, listening to the callouts, perfect job of finishing off that kill. This is game here, number 2, 13-8 lead for Liquid, with Snipe Down finding the sniper rifle once again, and he is not missing for this squad.
Not at all, and now Snipe Down getting free kills. Rain falling off faster than my Halo 5 career. And now Snipe Down over here in the open field with the sniper rifle, and that's exactly what you want to have for Envy to try to get back into this.
All right, 3 shots here left in this sniper. He's locking down this side. He's going to be jumping up, see if there's spot any players hiding tower 2. There isn't going to be anyone from Liquid over there. You can see in those player outlines, you got Hoop or Siler there. In a fight with Ray now. Snipe Down's going to come interrupt that 1v1, but what the heck? Snipe Down just got absolutely embarrassed by Rain. Wow, that is... I brought it up earlier watching some of those clips in the video when Ninja kills Snipe Down garage side on Fathom, being no shields after that's the hardest I've ever seen Snipe Down get owned, and he just got really owned again.
Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing, but maybe I'm just laughing because all the times that Snipe Down has done it to me when we were on his team.
I'm looking at his face right now, because I already know what it looks like when
it's
he
just
saw
angry
it.
Eric
He sits
face.
up a little bit, drops the controller, yells up some obscenities, and then just keeps going. Spartan here with the sniper rifle, 20-15 lead. He's been doing some work with this weapon. We'll take a quick peek at the stats. 9-2 from Spartan, already off to an amazing start.
Yeah, when you clutch it in a previous game, it has to give you the momentum into this. And he's such a scary player because he can do it all. He can communicate, he can do the objective, he can slay. He's someone that loves his teammates, and you can't really ask for much more than that. So that's why I feel like this Team Liquid squad, they definitely have what it takes to play at the highest level. And very similar to when Evil Geniuses, we were talking about how you want to see them play that well because it's just good for Halo in general. It's good to have all this amount of competition. So you want to see this from these guys. On the other hand, you want to see Envy playing up to their full potential. And you know who I want to watch, Kyle, after we jump on board with Rain, is I want to see what Olo and Hoop are doing, because we haven't watched much of their point of view so far. And those are the 2 big difference makers for this team.
Yeah, one thing to bring up is new camo is on the map here now. It has spawned. Eric's doing, or Snipe Down's doing a great job staying alive, using the map here to his advantage, avoiding shots. We did have Sniper and Shotgun just jumped off the map a moment ago, so the pace of this game is really going to change up momentarily.
Yeah, definitely. And Rain just locking things down with this DMR. He's working with Penguin over here, but they need to spread out. One of the things is I haven't seen much white corner control, and that's one of the big keys to this map, because you can just rotate and add pressure towards people that are stuck over there towards that carbine area, but you can immediately go back towards VR if you feel that's going to be the case. So I want to see how Rain's going to play this one. And he's continuing just a buddy system over there with Penguin. So fantastic baiting and switching coming out for Team Liquid.
Ooh, a nice shot by Rain. They're staying alive, backing up in this situation here. Still has plenty of ammo in this DMR, but in the wants to get some more cross-map shots down. Can't do too many, though, without having to go and grab another DMR off of spawn here that will be over at that carbine side of the map. But still a 6-kill lead. I'd like to see them slow this down and really take their time. And then once they have that advantage opportunity, then start making pushes and go aggressive again and try to avoid what we saw from Optic earlier today in that loss.
You're continuing to see it. Rain and Penguin working together constantly, and here comes the push for Envy now. It's going to be a barrels push. It's weird to see them actually giving up this type of positioning when the weapons are coming up at the same time. I would like to see Envy actually just fall back and just try to plasma grenade the sniper rifle back to themselves and focus on setting up for the camo. You know, you have Snipe down over there trying to grab the weapon. They need to help make sure that he can secure it, but it looks like now they flipped the map there with Team Liquid. And Team Liquid now stuck on the bunker side of the map. With the shotgun and camo coming up here pretty shortly, it's not the worst case scenario, but they need to help Spartan out.
Yeah, Spartan couldn't decide what he wanted to do there. That was almost, he tried to do what he could, but what he did not expect was Envyus to grab that sniper and essentially just run over towards carbine side of the map here. Snipe down will pick up a trade there with Rain, as he did also grab a headshot with the sniper rifle. You see Team Liquid is spawning.
To get out of there.
Yeah, Team Liquid spawning over by barrels. They're going to start collapsing here. They want to get their hands on that sniper rifle. I don't think they know Pistola has a shotgun hiding here, though.
Not at all. I mean, he needs to get out, though, because grenades, if placed correctly, should just bounce right off that back wall and take him down to no shields. And look, that grenade actually missed, so that's big for Ola. And so surprised to see Team Liquid not prioritize this kill. It's a free kill. And look at that sniper and shotgun just sitting over there in the corner. So why did everybody from Team Liquid just leave Ola alone when there was a 3-on-1 situation? That was a free kill.
Yeah, they really needed to collapse on carbine, not push over towards Whitehall and things like they did. They ended up giving up a lot of free deaths. They did not get any of the power weapons here. You got shotgun, sniper. Everything was down over here on carbine side, and Team Liquid did not contest.
Yeah, so here we have Snipe down with the weapons, and careful, Ola, you don't want to go that way. That's not the way to go on the map, but here we have Eric Rona putting in some work over here towards that mid-bridge. Now, he's in that situation where he needs a little bit more help, though. Not enough cover fire, in my opinion, for these guys if someone was to come from that nest bridge area. But I'm not sure what Rain's doing crouching over here. He's definitely going to be dying, but somehow gets the kill onto Ola and escapes. Are you kidding me? What is Envy looking at?
Oh my God, that's exactly what Team Liquid needed at this point of the game.
How did he do that?
I don't know. That's the same thing that happened to Snipe down from Rain. Rain is just amazing when he's no shields. When he's at his best.
I don't know what happened. Maybe that was a ghost melee or something like that coming from Ola's screen, but that was a huge turning point of this game. And now it's a 2-kill lead for Team Liquid. And Snipedown's wondering how he can get back into this game and get some weapons into his hands.
Oh, and now he's on a flank there. Looks like Penguin was not able to spot him, but Penguin doing what he can to escape. Not going to be able to do so. Almost looked like he had a sniper in his back pocket there, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so that's going to put the sniper off the map. We've seen a lot of power weapons go off the map here this game. Back to a 1-kill lead here in Team Envyus' favor. Camo is going to be the next point of contest, but the sniper didn't go off. Penguin actually landed on the ground with 2 shots left in here, and he might get punished for it. He's going to just be taking no shields as he escapes with his face.
Yeah, let's see. 1 shot here for Snipedown. And let's see if he's going to be able to get a kill with it, because every kill matters, and it's complete map position right now. There it is, getting that kill onto Penguin. Now they're going to charge, especially with the weapons coming up here shortly. They do have good position for Team Liquid, but they're being collapsed on instantly by Snipedown and crew. And look at Snipedown using his pistol to back these guys down, keeping his shields. However, Spartan making his way over with the assault rifle is going to pick up 1, but that's not going to be enough, because now Envy with that 4-kill lead here, and looking like they're in pretty prime position to be able to win this game.
All right, now you do see a player crawling over commonly there with the or in the gutters here. Now Pistola is right next to him with a plasma caster, but he's not going to know that Commonly is directly below him here. He's rotating this weapon over towards the barrels, just trying to set up, allow his teammates to have some time. 45-40 lead, only one real opportunity for a push from Team Liquid. Still got plenty of time left in this game, considering only 10 kills left for them and only 5 left for Envy here. So we have the new camo coming up in the odd minute next after this, but you know, with Plasma Caster in their hands, and it's just not looking like a good opportunity for Liquid here.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is for Team Liquid because they're just so out of position and they're so spread out, commonly especially in a pretty poor position. I mean, it pays off if you can walk away with the camo or do something, flank around, but with the radar, just so hard to sneak around and make a formulated push, and you don't have any weapons. So look at that Pistola just shooting some random shots with the Plasma Caster, picking off Rain, and not that random because that's a pretty common spot for people to hold down, but just a heads-up play by Ola.
Pistola is probably going to grab another kill here on Spartan. He in fact does. Only 3 kills left. Doesn't get the Plasma Caster bounce that he wanted to. Commonly as a player flanking him right now. Pistola will go ahead and finally finish off that kill. Only 1 kill left for Envyus to tie up this series 1-1. We've got Mikwin with a shotgun in his hand. Looks like he's also got a Plasma Caster as he's pushing down on these players. Should be able to grab that kill. In fact, he will. That's going to be a 50-42 game number 2 victory going over to Envyus.
Couple missed opportunities there for Team Liquid. Felt like they could have walked away and got into possibly stealing a game there from Envy. Towards the end of the game, though, just Envy too strong, and fantastic individual performance from Spartan, just not enough. So now we're moving into game number 3, which this time around is going to be Strongholds on Empire. Now we're moving into pretty much, Kyle, virtually a best of 3. Since we are all tied up 1-1, and it's going to be Strongholds, Empire, CTF Coliseum, and then Slayer Regret.
Empire Strongholds. Now this is going to be an interesting one, although I kind of see it benefiting Team Liquid, especially after the improvements they made and that aggressive playstyle from them. I see Empire Strongholds as one of the strongholds that best fits their playstyle, essentially. So in that week number 1, we did have Strongholds the Rig, which Team Liquid had a victory on, so they're able to keep that up. You can see them or expect them to come out big here. Now, even the last time these two teams met up on Eden Slayer in week 1, like I said, it was a Team Liquid victory, 50-47. So those Slayers are still really close. The objectives have obviously been extremely close as well. The series can go either way, but as far as Empire Strongholds, I feel like generally teams that are really strong at this game type are going to win it a lot more consistently than maybe some of the other game types like an Eden Slayer.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen if Team Liquid wins the game types that don't have sniper and rockets on it compared to the ones that do, because there's 3. So you have Slayer Regret, which doesn't have any rockets or sniper on it, but then you have CTF Coliseum, which does, right? Then you have Strongholds and Empire, which we're about to see right now. Doesn't have any power weapons besides the saw. So you take the sniper rifle, out of Snipe Down's hands, he's not nearly as effective. That doesn't mean he can't go off an Empire Strongholds by any means. It's just that he's a lot scarier when you take those weapons, when you put him on an even playing field, I guess you can say. So I think that you said it, Kyle, these maps kind of do favor Team Liquid in my opinion. They're going to have to execute, though. That's the hardest part.
All right. Now, yeah, that's a good point to bring up. You take the sniper or take some of these weapons out of the hands of somebody that is well known for being extremely talented at controlling and using them, and it definitely changes up the pace of the game. So, you said taking it out of the hands of Snipe Down, but it's not just Snipe Down. It's also, Mikwin known to be one of the best snipers, where he's not winning as many of his other battles, but he's got the sniper and he's going to be ripping faces. So that's big influence when you have to decide on that map selection.
Why are you oh my, that was an assassination.
That wasn't a sick play from Spartan. That was an assassination. That's all we're probably going to say about that. That was
just puked in my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, and you talk about the difference in a game. Opening strategy can really be bad if you go and your strategy is to melee a bunch of people and it doesn't count.
I'm tilted.
That was pretty tilted to watch. But either way, Pistola with the saw is running around trying to get as much damage as he can with that. You do have Team Liquid who picked up their other base. And, one of the things to bring up, Tom, is you got to make sure that you don't let that melee affect you. After the game, go on social media, go out, do whatever you want to do. But in the game, you can't let it affect you or any of your teammates.
I'm still affected.
But luckily from us here, from a third-person point of view, we can get tilted over things like that. But yeah, we'll just +1 kill for Spartan at the end of this game, and hopefully that doesn't
Don't
come
forget to
back
minus a death too.
And minus a death.
That's the most important part. Minus a death, and also, eventually they do get the pit. So when it's all said and done, hey, all right, we'll forget about it since they got the pit. So happy to see Team Liquid do so because that was very unfortunate. They had the overshield. They had a fantastic beginning of that game.
They did everything right, and Halo said no.
Yeah, for sure. So either way, though, Snipedown is over here towards bottom security area trying to do something because his teammates are just dying all around him. Now, you can't capture pit by yourself, so he's going to have to rotate out of here and try to find another way to make himself useful. And interestingly enough, he is capturing this without much. Yeah, there goes the pressure from Penguin. I was wondering when the pressure was going to come in from the pit.
All right, yeah, Penguin did go ahead and secure the kill there. Mikwen's pushing into this base here, but he only has one teammate with him currently. You have the rest of Liquid. Looks like they're just going to push over and go for the other base. Commonly is here to contest it a little bit. Does get some damage down. Will find Mikwen is committing to the challenge here, but he might get owned, and he does get owned. Mikwen answers back with a reversal of his own and shuts Commonly down. That's one of the risks when you go to contest the hill. He was contesting it all by himself and was not able to secure a 1v1 that he was supposed to win. But it's good job by Penguin actually getting that overshield burnt and keeping it out of the hands of Envy.
Oh, again!
Uncommonly, too, of all people.
Him again.
Sometimes when you make a bad play, the game punishes it for you, more often. And that was Commonly coming off spawn, dying to the same AR off the same life of Mikwen that just took him out a moment ago.
Yeah, and this is that weird spot. Oh, nice contestion over there, and getting the reset on the blue base was Ola. So there is the plays that all of a sudden Envy needed, and now that's a triple cap. So it went from pretty much being side bases, or one of the side bases, which was blue and possibly pit for Team Liquid, ends up being a triple cap now for Envy. And Envy, they're pros at this. They're going to be able to rack up tons of points. Even if they don't hold the triple cap, they'll be able to lock down this double cap for a while.
All right, now you got two members of Envyus pushing down to the bottom mid-hill to try and contest. Oh, but they did go ahead and pick up the reset. Spartan will grab a double kill, but too many grenades flying into this pit hill. They're not going to be able to lock that down. Penguin needs to make sure he stays alive and wait for his teammates to come off of respawn before he's able to do any kind of contest.
Penguin trying to stay alive, just not going to be enough as Ola and the communication for Envy is too much. And now you can see everyone from Team Liquid doing whatever they can to stay alive, and the pressure from Envy is just so much. They have to just try to get outside for this overshield, Kyle. It's coming up, I think, in about 30 seconds, and that's going to be their only chance. So I'm assuming for them to capture this blue base, I would even keep someone over towards the security area so Snipedown can't rotate, especially with this DMR, and just lay down free shots. But if they're not able to get out of this base anytime soon, it's going to get very, very ugly.
Yeah, and just like that, you got two members down, dead now for Team Liquid. 13 kills out of Snipedown, 10 from Mikwen. So that little duo there doing work here to this Liquid lineup. Still another triple cap in their favor. Liquid had a healthy lead to start this one off, but not able to really get any kind of map control since then. That new overshield should be up any second here, and we'll see if Team Envyus is able to lock that one down.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be able to. You see the pit that's being captured. Maybe they can take out Snipedown here and stand some sort of a chance, but there goes the reset. It looks like Mikwen was the one to be able to pick that one up. A couple kills going on over to Team Liquid, but you still do have Envy that's staggered on their spawn, so they should be able to just get right back and chuck a couple grenades into the pit and keep these guys out. Nothing going to change unless Spartan and these guys are able to pick up a couple more slays on the Team Liquid team, but look at the aggression coming out for Envy. They know exactly where they want to go, working over there together towards that middle of the map, and Spartan thought he had his frag grenades out, so unfortunate for him that splinter grenade is actually going to keep him from going to the pit where he wanted to go, and oh my, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, let's just, I didn't hear anything in my head.
I heard something in my head. It said angry words.
So Spartan getting a little bit unlucky with another melee there, not registering initially. 6 minutes and 40 seconds here left to play on this clock. Liquid finally able to regain some control. Now Mikwen is hiding over here in tower for that new saw. You have Commonly pushing in to contest that. We'll go ahead and secure the kill, but Snipedown. Oh my God, Rain. Were you watching that? Rain just had a sick ground down on Snipedown. I think Snipedown might have just got embarrassed again. And that's pretty rare, as we've said it before, but it's starting to happen more and more to this kid.
Definitely. And Spartan now with the DMR, gonna have to lay down some cover fire, but why even fire shots when you can just chuck a couple grenades and get some kills? Look at this, everybody for Envy outside, making their outside push while you have Spartan looking for spawn. So the intel has to come in soon that this is where everybody's located on the map, and as soon as Spartan decides to rotate, there goes the pinch coming from the rest of the players, and there goes a couple melees that work. So Kyle, did you hear what the new Halloween update that came out?
No, I did not.
There's a lot more ghost melees.
Oh, shots fired. No, just kidding. But either way, like, Spartan, just to highlight on what he did just before that kill on Pistola, it's actually a pretty big win since he was weak going into that battle, actually securing a trade here and locking down the hill for a little while longer. Although Hook and Snipe Down will go ahead and put that back in the hands of Envyus as we're looking at, once again, another triple cap here.
Yeah, going to be very, very difficult for Team Liquid to stop the bleeding here, especially since we're getting towards the end of the game. Only 20 more points for Envy to win this one, and they just have to, again, just control that pit, make sure that they're not overextending too much lockdown outside, and this looks like Team Liquid's push now, and Envy has to stop it.
Miquin's doing a good job putting down a lot of fire, but was weak. I think he might, although he was going to die either way, I'm pretty sure that Splinter Nade was his own Splinter Nade again and took some damage from it. Either way, still Liquid starting to make this a lot more respectable than what we were saying before. Only down by 33 seconds here now. You got Pistola in a 1v1. These players are both hiding on the little attic spots here as Pistola dies to a bunch of nades flying in here.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good for Team Liquid right now, as long as they can get this kill outside. Where's the help?
Oh my
Spartan
God.
Getting a clutch kill onto Miquin.
After a reload.
I would like to see Spartan have more help outside, though, because we've already seen Envy's retake strategy, like most, is to go outside and put pressure over there towards that fan area. So everybody on the side of Team Liquid needs to be aware of that.
I'd like to see Envy with some more help, because Spartan is embarrassing a lot of these guys in these 1v1 battles. It's like Envy that really needs to start these 2v1 situations, because Spartan's not losing.
Not at all, and Spartan can just continue to lock down this outside. But however, it looks like Envy's rotated towards one of the side bases, and who's in there with the late contestant? It looks like Commonly, but Commonly was a little late to that party. I would like to see him get that kill, get in there, get the kill a little bit earlier, so Spartan doesn't have to worry about rotating all the way from outside because of the fact that the overshield's coming up. So Spartan needs to not be worried about this guy and get out there because of the fact that that power-up's coming up.
All right, now there's going to be some big battles here as who gets to lock down this new overshield. Now Rain is pushing outside to maybe try and contest this here. This is an extremely late one. They do have the time on it, though. That's 3:29, and Envy, in fact, did not have the time. Rain picks up a big 1v1 kill, but they did go ahead and turn over Pit at the exact same time. I like what we're seeing, though. No hesitation whatsoever. They commit to this side base. You got Snipe Down pushing over to try and contest. He's got to jump into the hill. Yeah, but it's not going to be enough as Penguin picks up a trade there and they get this hill back. Oh, and just like that.
Yeah, they're going for the pit now, so it's going to be very difficult for Rain. He doesn't have any other player that's going to help him double cap that. He would have been able to cap it by now if he had someone else there with him. There goes the contest coming in for Envy. Now he's by himself having to go for a ninja. I think that Envy should be able to get this one, 96 and counting. That's going to be it for Team Liquid. Envy going to go up in this series 2-1.
And that was so close to working out completely differently, but Envy goes clutch and does lock down that victory. That last overshield must have scared them for a moment, but they were able to keep their composure and finish that one off. Taking a look at some of these stats here, 22 kills at a Snipe Down on the other end. Rain, 7 captures, 18 kills, and 4 secures. So Rain's still doing a lot of work as well.
Yeah, definitely. And we have Snipe Down, you know, spoiling some things in the chat. Eric, wait your turn. Okay, wait your turn. Learn some manners. Just kidding, Eric. We've seen you get outplayed more than often. Maybe you're playing the next game, but what's going on, Rona?
Miquin had a lot of big 1v1 wins there. Well, what did happen to Snipe Down that last game?
Well, he went off, pretty much.
He definitely was going off. But yeah, like you said, between the ninja clip, it caught him one time, and somebody else caught him today. With a pretty big victory there, but either way, I'm sure we'll see that later on social media. And this play right here from Sparring, getting that reload and still picking up the win. And then, of course, this overshield play with the game was essentially tied up. They got the new overshield, but they did not contest Pit fast enough, and that win is going to go over to Team Envyus.
Moving into CTF Coliseum here, and we saw a lot of momentum coming out towards the end of that game and some really nice rotations for Team Envy. you know that Team Liquid has to be playing at their best to beat Envy, and makes me wonder if Envy and Team Liquid are both playing at 100%. Who's going to be able to win? I don't know. It's tough to say, but from what we're seeing, I think that everybody's playing at their highest potential. We haven't watched much of Hook's point of view. I'd like to kind of watch a little bit him more Mikwin, and then a little bit of Rain. Out of everyone else's screens, though, that we've seen, because we haven't had a chance to watch them that much, seems like everyone's playing at a really high level. So still not over for Team Liquid, but I'm a little bit worried now from what looked like Team Liquid being in control of the series. Now it seems like Envy is proving that they're the better team. Still 2 games to be played, plenty of time, even more weeks to be played, but either way, I'm very impressed with this Envy team.
And I was also thinking about that clip. There was Rain with the SMG, no shields melee, and at SMG spawn on rig. That was the one I was really thinking about.
Thanks for the tweet, man.
What'd he say? I missed it.
Something about being savage or something like that.
Okay, good deal. Tom, they all know you too well. Now, of course, we are looking at game number 4, T2 part-time caster, full-time savage. Is that the one?
Is that what it said?
Oh,
yeah.
they threw it back up there.
There it
I
is.
appreciate that, guys, in the back here.
Guys.
But either way, we are looking at a game number 4 here, right? Yeah, game number 4. We are going into a capture the flag on Coliseum, 2-1 lead now for Envyus. Although I did think that was going to go either way, especially that last overshield. I really thought they were going to bring that one back.
I gotta say, I really enjoy watching these 2 teams play because they're very fast-paced squads, and we saw just how objective-oriented Commonly was in that Coliseum game. Expect that same type of play style here, just constantly going in there, being extremely annoying, getting pulls, causing chaos for this Envy team. And we've seen a lot of snipe down. I want to see a little bit of Hook or something like that and see how these guys are playing. Hook Skywalker.
All right, as Hook pushes over here, grabs that splitter nade. It's going to go contest the sniper rifle. Sees there's 2 players trying to contest the top catwalk area. Spartan or Tyler there gets in the 1v1 with Hook, not going to be able to back up quickly enough. And just like that, they've already got a flag capture 20 seconds into the game. A little bit too quickly, though, from Mikwin, as he's going to be taking out 2 players on the flag contesting. You got Penguin here in the cave, who's going to get his face ripped off by Hook. Now, is Hook going to be able to continue this domination? Is he going to push over to cave? He's going to go top catwalk. He does have snipe down in the base of Liquid, who elects to run that flag right out of window.
Should be an easy snipe there for Hook on the player bottom center, and it is. Spartan going to drop. Like to see Ola go for that flag too, so Hook doesn't have to give up his positioning, and that's definitely going to be a flag cap number 1 going on over to Envy pretty easily as well. Hook doesn't realize it, but we can see on our player outlines, nobody in position, and I don't think anyone's even gotten a kill yet. Okay, so they have 3 kills now on the side of Team Liquid, but when you're watching Hook's point of view, it's looking like 0 aggression going towards that snipe side of the map. Now they gotta try to go over there and add pressure, even though they don't want to. You have to maybe just sacrifice your life to take this guy down to no shield so someone else can come in with the cleanup.
Now, Envyus is doing an amazing job at just locking down this side of the map. They've got Catwalk locked down, the sniper spawn, Pistola pushing in with the rockets. Got that player or Rain hiding in cave. Mikwin grabs that kill. Pistola grabs a couple. That's 2 dead now. Snipe down did fall for Envyus. However, Hook is doubling back here to try to contest this flag capture from Spartan, who does get a pretty good lunge or pretty good throw on that flag. Is going to elect to just sit back, relax for a second, and see if Envyus is going to come contest.
And look at that. As soon as the distraction came in with the return from Penguin and Commonly, that's when they elect to run the flag for Team Liquid and put that one in. So fantastic job. That was Hook's first death 2 minutes into the game, and it resulted in a flag capture for Team Liquid.
Yeah, and that was just an amazing job from Spartan, recognizing the situation he was in, getting a flagpole and throwing it out. And it worked out, paid dividends here for the lineup, as he's already made another rotation back over to Envyus' base and has another flagpole.
These guys don't stop running the objective. It's so fun to watch if they're gonna get the flag cap or not. You just hold your breath the entire time. And look at that Penguin. He's running another one, and he goes above Snipe Down's head. So nice job by him in tossing the flag out towards the oven. They're just trying to relay this one. Call the Olympics.
Oh, and Rain just not having enough ammo in his gun to initially pick up that kill, but 2 players dying here for Envyus as the third one's taking no shields. Nobody in position to contest or return this flag. That second flag capture is going to be put in for Liquid here, and they just got back-to-back captures.
Back to back. So this is going to be a back and forth game, Kyle, for sure. I mean, kind of reminding me a little bit of the first game where we saw a couple flag captures going instantly and then kind of slowed down in the middle of the game.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they have too much trouble with EG, but this Envyus lineup is going to be putting one on a show for them. The only Zion there, and is Team Liquid Envyus's kryptonite? Might very well be the case, as they've only lost that one series, and they're already dropping more games here. Spartan is always one eager to go up against this lineup and see what he's able to do against them.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but it looks like Team Envy is starting to get a little bit of map positioning on Team Liquid, so Team Liquid going to have to respond and try to get up top or get some sort of snipe control here, and that's not going to happen as grenades starting to fly in and kills coming in left and right for both squads, but primarily Envy. As you can see, they're getting this one tossed out. That's going to be Mikwin. What's he going to do with this one? Has a player that's over on top of the catwalk. As you can see, checking the score, 2 players are dead, make that 3, and Mikwin got that flag pretty far. They should be able to put that in, and based on the player outlines, look like this one's going to be tied up 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like Pistola is the one that's trying to run that one across the map here. Does put that in, 2-2, 8 minutes left, so only 4 minutes. We're looking at about a flag capture a minute here. Commonly does grab those new rockets. Mikwin does a good job taking that player out. Commonly not able to capitalize or pick up any kills with those rockets before turning them over. Now, Liquid does still have Snipe Tower on lockdown. As you can see, Mikwin reloading rockets here right in front of Pistola's face. You can anticipate them to start pushing out Sniper side of the map as he wants to lock that down with those rockets.
It's just reminding me so much of the previous CTF game, which was CTF Truth. If you guys missed that one, game number 1 where Team Liquid won this. So I would be happy with the pace of this game if I was both teams, really, but I think that it favors Team Liquid just a little bit more. It's kind of a scrappy game, and it's lasted a little bit longer than expected already, so the longer this game goes, I think that the more that it favors Team Liquid.
Oh, and 2 members of Envyus in the window there, so they're going to prevent this flag from getting pulled and grab a quick return. However, that is Snipe Tower control still over in the favor of Liquid. You can see some hit markers getting thrown up there from a grenade. Snipe down put over towards Snipe side. You got Spartan in his own window trying to contest and backing up Snipe down rather than fighting that. I like what Snipe down's doing here, choosing a new angle to go and contest. He'll find Rain not looking at him, who is also weak, and a new scatter shot off spawn.
Snipe down in a really good position. He needs to go for the flag, though, so there's no reason for him to even be laying cover fire down on that player that was making his way towards the base, and now he goes over towards Snipe side. I would have liked to see him just grab the scatter shot and go lock down that elbow side of the area and then just push in there and try to get some objective work done, but instead he's a little bit too concerned with the slays and keeping map control.
Now he is pushing back in that base. He will go ahead and grab a kill here as he's hiding those shields behind the flag spawn. 2 members from Liquid playing excellent defense here will prevent him from doing so. You do have Hook pushing in from elbow. He's in a 1v1 here with Spartan. Spartan comes out ahead once again. Another big victory here for Team Liquid. Penguin grabs a kill. That's going to put 3 dead for Envyus. Make that 4 dead as a triple kill comes out of Penguin. And that new sniper just spawns. This is perfect case scenario here. Tied 2-2, most of the power weapons and map control. Liquid is sitting pretty. They need to make sure they capitalize and use this weapon effectively.
Again, the longer this game goes, this certain playstyle really favors Liquid, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us go to a game 5 here, even though I wasn't expecting it when this game started. And oh no, Penguin ends up getting that kill on the Rocket player. However, a couple players do drop for both squads. Is going to reset the map.
Wow, and just like that, all of these weapons are over in the favor of Envyus now as they lock down Snipe Tower control. You do have Team Liquid push in quickly as, who is that? That's Rain grabbing a flag already out window.
Oh.
Mikwin mistimes the grenade, and that flag does get all the way across, and no one is back at home to help return that actual flag.
What is going on? Is it just still sitting there? Are they getting the return? Oh my gosh, they did. That would have been a ridiculous flag cap.
I would
that
have
was awesome.
lost it if they actually put that one in.
That was a Hail Mary and a half. Seriously, that was super fun to watch. But that's why I love watching this Team Liquid play. This series, actually, it's super intense. I love to see this type of Halo being played. A very evenly matched series here. And again, wasn't expecting Team Liquid to put up this kind of a fight in the CTF Coliseum game. But keep in mind, they did win CTF Truth, very similar fashion. Such a fast-paced game to start, really slowed down, and I'd have to think we're probably going to go to a game 5 here. We continue to see this aggression coming out for Team Liquid.
All right, now Hook grabs a kill. Rain answers back with a kill of his own. That's a 3v3 situation, but map control still over in favor of Liquid. Now weapon control is over in favor of Envy, but with only 1 shot left and missing those last 2 snipe shots, it's a pretty good position. He does pick up a body, which might slow down the pull here, but you have 2 members of Liquid collapsing in on the base, and right now Ola's the only one fighting them.
Rockets in 10.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that Team Envy on the ropes here, all stuck at their base. There goes a nice flank on the elbow. As soon as, I'm not sure who that was. I think Rain pushing in there over the elbow. As soon as everybody turned their back, maybe that player's going to be able to get a touch eventually. And no, it doesn't look like it was Rain because Rain stuck at his base. So probably Spartan ended up dropping. So no one on Liquid in position to get a pull. Looks like Envy actually in position. That's going to be 2 dead. Are they going to be able to get the touch? They are. So now it's Penguin, last guy alive. Where are the spawners though coming from? Snipedown needs to run this one a little bit quicker. It tosses the flag out there, fumbling it a little bit. There it goes. So he starts to thrust this one in. And is anyone going to be able to get the touch? It looks like this one's just sitting on there. Someone scoops it in again and gets the touch. It looks like Commonly this time, just like it happened in game number 1. Are they going to be able to get the return? There goes the flag. This needs to get touched again. Rain getting the pull. He's the last guy alive over there. They run right by him. Penguin gets a couple kills. They got the return just like they did in game 1. Can they put this flag in though? Nice melee keeping this flag alive. Rain, is he going to get the touch? No, he doesn't go for it. Instead, slow playing it, electing to slay instead. And he does get that player to pull the flag, gets the slays onto Hook at the same time. And that flag does get returned for Envy though.
Oh, and now he's going to pick up another kill there on Snipedown, who dropped bottom center. That's going to be 2 members dead for Envyus as Liquid is pushing in and has the flagpole, and they're going to get another kill here on Pistola, who ran out bottom center.
Oh
Penguin
my.
is running that across as fast as humanly possible.
It just happened. Whoa. The same thing that happened in game 1. History repeats itself. And it is the Penguin show. Look at that 23 bomb. Meanwhile, we have Hook with 25 most kills in the game. And we're going to a game 5 to end the night, guys. Match of the week. Not disappointing here.
I'm pretty amazed. I'm just literally laughing now at this point. The fact that that just happened. You can't even make that up, Tom, allowing a team to do what they just did there. And it's such perfect execution and, you know, kind of mistakes coming out from both of these different squads here on each different flag objective there. And so many big 1v1, and this thing would have would have been legendary if he was able to do that. But look at this return. Just think how fast he got it. You brought up that Snipedown needed to run that flag a little bit faster. If he was literally a quarter of a second
I got something
faster.
Against Eric. I love Eric. He's just really slow at running the flag, okay? He is. He just needs to go into a custom game or just like watch what Commonly does, and when Commonly runs the flag, it looks like he has sword every single time. And when Snipedown runs the flag, it looks like he has one of those like 40-pound training backpacks on with ankle weights.
Yeah, you can see he just was not able to move it across fast enough. And it wasn't a bad flag run, let's say that. It wasn't a bad flag run, but when somebody's able to grab your own flag and prevent a flag capture in that with that much time left, it was clearly obvious that if he had run the flag any faster, it actually would have been put in, and this series would have been over.
Yeah, and let's see if Snipedown's gonna go into angry Rona mode and turn it on, because he's definitely capable of doing so. And if anything is, you know, saying like history repeats itself as we saw from that first game, one of the things is an angry Rona is a force to be reckoned with. So I'm glad that we're starting this one off with him. Now he has the battle rifle over here towards top center, and look at that, 3 players over there towards the grass, but they all spread out. Is he gonna be able to get any of the kills? Picking up 1, looking for a little bit more. Also has that storm rifle, so there goes the double. There was another player over there towards top car if he wanted the triple kill, but leaves that one for his teammate. Hones in on this kill that was P2, making his way over towards top center. It looks like Mikwin was able to finally get that kill onto Penguin, which was the player that pushed over towards top car. And even though this is really solid positioning for Envy and Snipedown, Team Liquid somehow able to stay into this game, only a 2-kill game.
Yeah, I mean, Snipedown, it almost looked like he should have way more kills after the angles and routes he just took, but he was just not able to capitalize on all of them. Now, they do have a 3-kill lead. He is on a killing spree, so don't get me wrong, he is doing great to start this one off. We'll take a quick peek, 5-0 already here. He's got some grenades here from below, or in that shotgun or scatter shot spawn here. Picks up another kill on Spartan. That's already 6-0 for Snipedown. So he is putting down a lot of hurt onto this team. But the impressive thing, or the most impressive, is Liquid staying in this.
Well, yeah, but the thing is Snipedown's running out of ammo, didn't realize it, so that's going to be the demise of him, and he drops. So could have possibly rotated over towards the grass, and I don't blame him. Look at Spartan picking up a double, though, and you're right, Kyle. Somehow they're able to maintain this close game, And Envy, you gotta see Ola playing a little bit scared here. I would like to see Ola just rotate over towards his teammates and make his way over towards top car. That's twice now where him and Snipedown both could have got superior map positioning just by a little bit of a minor rotation. And with this overshield coming up, I'm wondering if Ola just says screw it and just stays down here.
Ooh, now Rain's got his plasma casters. He's putting some shots down. Penguin pushing in on a flank with the scatter shot. Will get some shots down on Pistola as he ultimately dies as well. That's going to put the new overshield and plasma caster over to Rain here, and both or all of Liquid is immediately focusing on map control here now, pushing over. They're getting some call-outs. They see players over here, car side of the map. Now, is there a player right above Rain? There is one right above Rain. At least two people. Spartan will help finish off one of those kills here. Get some hit markers here from the player in car side.
Reloading while you're jumping out, not the best idea.
He probably thought Mickwin was going to run away, but Mickwin played that perfectly, bounces back out to contest, and actually picks up that win. This game's all tied up with Plasmacaster down car side.
Yeah, so Snipedown with the pistol trying to continue his awesome run here so far in game number 5, but it's only a 1-kill lead. Make that a 2-kill lead now for Envy, and you didn't need to challenge that, especially against the battle rifle player if you're Snipedown. So we'll see if this one comes down to a very small margin. And ooh, Pistola stepping it up big. Nice double kill from him, making up for that small little challenge that Snipedown had.
And just show you how powerful those splinter nades are. You can just throw one and completely change the outcome of a battle. Pistola does exactly that, securing 2 kills and a 3-kill lead now still for Envyus as Rain barely escapes. Mickwin's starting to take some shots, but nobody in position to actually finish off that kill. Pistola throwing some good nades top center. We'll go ahead and take Rain out. Still 4-kill game. That overshield is, in that 40-second area mark. So, but another 30 seconds or so before we're going to see that respawn here. The carbine of the map is locked down here by Envy. You got the rest of Team Liquid all spawning over here towards red base. New plasma caster only, as you can see on your screen, 10 seconds away from spawning. So I'd like to see Liquid try to make a move here with that new plasma caster and overshield coming up. They do not want to get trapped in the base here.
Not at all, and Envy slowly but surely pulling away in this one and kind of showing why they are so strong in Slayers. The only games that they dropped were CTF, and that's originally when I would look at this team on paper where I thought that they would be weak, even though the scrims and the interviews with Snipedown and the rest of these guys would say otherwise. I still feel like going up against a team like Liquid, where you have a player like Commonly or like Spartan that get very, very ruthless with the objective, and you don't expect them to create opportunities that you don't typically see, that they're vulnerable to losing those type of games, and that's exactly what happens. But in these type of games where it's just pure one-on-ones, team shooting and, individual skill, that type of slang prowess, that's where, Envy really likes to shine. Oh!
Lethal tweet showing up on stream here. I literally closed my tab because I was sure the game was over.
Well, we're going to need a couple tabs open for this series because of how intense it's been, but either way, guys, keep the tweets rolling in. Going to try to get as many onto the show today as possible. But a pretty fun day, I got to admit, Kyle.
Yeah, lots of good games. Started off a little slow, LOL. Wasn't playing the same LOL we've seen in some of these previous weeks here. But a lot of these other series, especially this match of the week, is not disappointing.
Yeah, for sure. And this one's slowly escaping away from Team Liquid, unfortunately for them. They're going to need something to get back into this one. Overshield did go over to Mickwin previously, I believe, so that's going to give another advantage on over to Envy. Something that Team Liquid desperately going to need to pick up in this next, probably, I think 45 seconds is when the overshield's going to pop back up. But is there even going to be enough time? Because how fast this one is getting out of control for Team Liquid. Envy just getting back up towards top center, looking for more slays. Spartan picking up a double kill, though. Maybe enough for these guys. However, who getting that kill onto Commonly is exactly what they need. Just trade kills back and forth, keep your players top center alive, and they should be able to close this out.
Yeah, I mean, Pistola is locking down these power weapons. We'll take a quick look at the stats here, see where everyone stands as we're coming down to a close. Pistola, like you said there, as you'll see in an interview with Alumni that we've had, we'll post here shortly after the stream as well, that Pistola might arguably be one of the best players in the game, and he's really showing up here. Snipedown obviously is considered one of the best, or has generally or consistently the best numbers of the team. But if you're watching the individual play style, sometimes you see Snipedown making some plays that might be a little bit too passive, or miss nades or slow flag runs, which you don't see from Pistola.
I don't think it's that as much as the communication from Ola is very, very strong, and I think that that's what gave Alumni the confidence to go with Ola as being the best player on this team in his eyes. And there it is, Ola picking up that last kill, 50-34, not even close in the final game. And there it is, 17-7 for him. Rain and Penguin a little bit slow there with 4 kills and 7 kills respectively, but either way, fantastic series there at the end to end for our match of the week and day number 1, and just fantastic games overall.
Yeah, I mean, Envyus, this was no disappointment here, although they did come back a lot stronger in this rematch. It did go to a Game 5s, and Liquid showed that they are still a force to reckon with, and they can still compete with the best when they're on their game. So they have a lot of things that they can take away from this series and learn from, and I expect to see even a stronger Liquid going forward.
I was amazed at how Liquid clutched out those final flag pulls in order to win that game, but even more importantly than that would be the resiliency that, no, that wasn't Team Liquid winning that final game, guys. It was Envy, so don't freak out. Just, you know, just a minor misclick over here on our end. Just blame Kyle. Or tweet
right.
Lethal. You guys have his Twitter.
Yeah, so this was not a Team Liquid victory, Game 5. That's so Team Envyus taking the series 3-2, and bam!
Ah, there we go.
There you go. Just like that, made it be fixed. And of course, that is match number 4. So we will have potentially a winner view coming up here shortly with a member of Team Envyus. Yeah, I know we missed out on that, the opportunity to chat with Allegiance, but not a big deal. Hopefully we'll see some more victories out of them in the future, and we'll be able to get one of them back here on stream again. We'll have that coming up shortly here. Now, Envyus continues their run, beats the team, the only team that they have lost to so far here in fall season, and then just takes themselves and separates themselves one more step ahead of Optic Gaming. Now, the good news for Optic Gaming is that Liquid did take Envy to a Game 5 once again, so that is going to hurt some of their map win percentage ratios, adding an extra 2 losses there.
All right, and we do have a winner view with Pistola. Ola, can you hear us?
Aha.
Welcome back
yes,
to
I can hear you guys just fine. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Welcome back to the winner's circle, my friend. How's it feel?
Aha. Well, I mean, feels pretty good. I mean, they're a great team. Liquid is definitely one of the best teams in the league right now, and thought we clutched those. I thought we were gonna clutch that game and do a 3-1 victory, you know. And afterwards, we were all pretty tilted, you could say. We were like, oh man, we did a little early celebration, like, nice guys. Oh my God, they have flags. So but we just reset and we're like, okay, like whatever. Game 5, and I mean, I don't know, man. Regret Slayer is a really good game type, in my opinion. It's just so fun to play.
It is a lot of fun. So are you going to tally up the flag pulls that they got at the end to you guys putting your controllers down and high-fiving each other on the Envy House?
Well, no, we were still trying, and but we were celebrating. But I'm gonna chalk it up to them just like pushing so fast and just getting into our side. They're just such an aggressive team. When they see an opening, they're not afraid to just make a play.
So what's the difference between
chalk it up to them being awesome?
Right. What's the difference between playing a team that's that hyper aggressive as opposed to teams that play really passively? And how do you change and adjust your play style to fit?
It's just all about being aware of what their plan is. If there's a weapon down on the map, they're going to charge it, and if they have numbers, they're going to charge. So if you watch some choke points, you can sometimes catch them. But at the same time, they're not just hyper aggressive all the time. They play it slow sometimes. They're a very good team. Penguin is a very smart player. So is Rain. Commonly, I mean, they're all smart players. Commonly is just very aggressive and gets in your face, and Spartan is also very aggressive. And Penguin and Spartan have the most AR kills, or most AR time as well. That's what I meant to say, is most AR time in Pro League so far. So they're really in your face, but they also know how to play passive. So it's really about it's situational a lot. So it's about situational awareness, and we're getting better at that. So I don't know. I think they're just overall just such a good team in every aspect, and I think we're a solid team too. So we just capitalized on their mistakes, and they capitalized on ours a lot. That's why the series was so close.
Yeah, it was extremely close. Now, we had a tweet roll in during that series, was that Team Liquid Envy's kryptonite? Now, I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on those matchups. Who do you guys feel like not only are the best teams in the league, who's the toughest matchup for you guys? Is it Team Liquid? Obviously, Optic Gaming
I'm gonna have to go with Optic is the worst matchup in general. I think they're the best team still.
Well, besides Optic,
I think they'll could Okay, well, I think that, yeah, I think Liquid is our, like, playstyle wise, they really are, they have our number sometimes. And but we're still learning as well. We've been a team for a little while now. And I think our biggest problem, especially in the beginning of Pro League and in general, like at Orange County, is we don't know how to win together as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Optic, they know how to win. Like EG and H2A, they'd clutch up and win. They know how to win together because they were together for so long. Optic's been together for so long, and they know how to win together, and they clutch up. We just had to work out those kinks. So, I mean, as of right now, I wouldn't say it's ideal, but we're just getting better. So.
Gotcha. All right, Pistola, well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Congratulations on the victory in your rematch here, and you have just an awesome record going forward, and hope you can continue going for the rest of the Pro League.
Thank you so much, guys. Hey, this is an awesome interview. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right, appreciate it, Pistola, and you take it easy. And I think I'll be seeing him this weekend as well over at UMG.
I wanted to ask him what he was going to be for Halloween, but I guess next time.
Well, sorry, we'll tweet at him after the show.
All right.
All right, now, of course, that does it for our final match of the night. Let's go ahead and take a recap at how today, Week 5, day number 1, has played out here in the league. We had LOL losing to Luminosity 0-3, followed up by Optic Gaming 3-1 victory over Enigma 6. Then we have Allegiance defeating Evil Geniuses, the surprise of the night.
That was definitely
in that 3-2 victory. And then, of course, an awesome match of the week to close out the night with the Team Envyus 3-2 victory in a game number 5. Now, game number 5 was a little bit bigger of a margin of victory than we've seen from some in the past, but some of the other games were just so close that series could have gone either way.
I guess the other big surprise of the day, besides, how amazing the final 2 series were, was just the performance that Luminosity gave. LOL, they were coming in hot. They played really well, had a 3-game win streak, and then dropped the game 5 to Team Envy, and comes out here and gets 3-0'd by Luminosity. Just goes to show how strong that they were playing today. So looking forward to tomorrow's matches and see who's going to be able to bounce back.
All right, now let's take a look at the standings after today's matches here. We've got, no surprise, Team Envyus with another win, going up to 8-1 in their record, followed up by Optic Gaming sitting at 7-2. Now the top 4 have separated themselves a little bit today. Team Liquid sitting at 5-4, and Luminosity 5-4 here as well. Now it's going to have Evil Geniuses and LOL sitting at 3-6 with Enigma 6. So still very tight race, but the top 4 really kind of separating themselves from the pack here now. Luminosity especially with that victory.
Yeah, totally. You just said it. Luminosity with that victory over LOL was the big story of today. And LOL, their map percentage is below Evil Geniuses now because of the fact that that was a 3-0. So they're not sitting on the verge of relegation. Well, they're sitting on the verge of relegations, but they're not in there quite yet. 1% ahead of E6. So you can see, Kyle, every single game matters so much. Not just every series, every game.
Yeah, I mean, Evil Geniuses, LOL, and Enigma 6 all need to pray that Luminosity starts losing, as well as Liquid, and that they can maybe make a run for those finals. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule, as we'll be back here for a more HCS action. Starting off the day with Allegiance versus Team Liquid, Team Envyus versus Luminosity, LOL versus Optic Gaming. So this is, like we said, unfortunately for LOL, they have to win that series.
Yeah.
And then final match of the night, Enigma 6 battling Evil Geniuses.
It was big for LOL to beat Luminosity today for a handful of reasons, because then you look at their matchup again tomorrow, it's going to be against Optic Gaming. You have to assume that Team Envyus and Luminosity are going to be a very good one. Got to give the advantage over to Envy. But the big one is that E6 are playing against Evil Geniuses, who is both sitting over there battling the relegation conversation with LOL. So one of those teams is going to move up, which is going to move LOL down, and that's going to be scary for them. So they're going to have to, put up a really good fight against Optic Gaming, try to win that series, but more importantly, start focusing not only on their match tomorrow, but what's going to happen in these next 2 weeks, because that was a very big match that they lost to Luminosity, and to have it be 3-0 really hurts, again, their map percentage.
Oh, absolutely. Now, of course, these teams are all battling, like we said, to try to get to those top 4 spots and avoid especially 7th and 8th. And that's because these teams will be heading to ESL Studios here in Burbank to compete in the finals. So if you want to get tickets to attend that event, hang out with Tom and myself, as well as all of the other pro players that will be in attendance, you can head over to ESL.gg/HCS or NAHCS finals. So, of course, that is going to do it for week 5, day number 1. Now, if you like what you saw and you want to go back and rewatch any of the footage here or take a look at the standing schedules and more, you can always head over to proleague.com/Halo for all the information there. It's going to do it from T-Squared and I here at the Xfinity Desk, signing off for the night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. GG's and good night.